was one director in theater, and he liked to have control, and he would like deliberately call me Rebecca through the whole thing.
Was that your
Rebecca.
character name?
No.
That makes sense.
It was. I just had to laugh. It's like so obvious.
What a lame power move.
Yeah, it is. I don't like those power moves.
Prepare your ears, humans. Happy, Sad, Confused begins now.
Hey guys, it's Josh. Welcome to another edition of Happy, Sad, Confused. Today on the pod, Renate Reinsve, star of Sentimental Value, one of the best, most charming, coolest actors working today. So thrilled to have her on the pod for the very first time. Yes, we are talking all things Sentimental Value and more with Renate, but before we get to that, a couple housekeeping things I want to just mention. As always, I do want to mention the Patreon, especially because not only do we have an upcoming event, Walker Scobell, this is going to sell out. There are some tickets available, but if you have a Percy Jackson fan in your life and you're in New York in the holiday season, December 19th, come on out, Walker Scobell, patreon.com/happy-sad-confused for ticket info and all of that. But not only that, we have so many other cool things cooking on the Patreon. We have finally set up a Discord, which I'm really excited about. So that's obviously a community where you guys can all interact and talk about anything and everything related to Happy, Sad, Confused, whatever you like. Basically, that's for you. Plus, we have some really special, I can't quite say what it is, but we have some special Patreon only exclusives coming for those of you guys that choose to sign up over there. Now is a really good time. So patreon.com/happy-sad-confused. There are different tier levels. And honestly, it helps us make more cool stuff over here. So consider, if you can, checking it out. Okay, back to Renate. I'm not going to say much except to say, if you haven't seen Worst Person in the World, do that, either before or after this podcast, because that is a true star-making film from Joachiem Trier, who directed it, and Renate, who starred in it. She seemingly came out of nowhere. Most of us had never seen her before, unless you were like in the Norwegian theater scene, perhaps. You really didn't know who this person was. And then I feel like we all saw it and was like, where did this unicorn come from? She is so beautiful and charming and just amazing. And it wasn't a one-hit wonder. No, she has succeeded that with a bunch of really cool projects, whether it's being in Presumed Innocent, A Different Man with Sebastian Stan. By the way, she has reteamed with Sebastian. She talks about her next film with him that sounds really cool, that's coming next year. And now in Sentimental Value, which I'm kind of obsessed with. I've done a bunch of Q&As with this cast. It's Elle Fanning, it is Renate, it is Joachim Trier again directing, it is the great Stellan Skarsgård, and it is about a family, about a filmmaker, two daughters, and how this filmmaker has neglected his family and kind of comes back to his family with some needs and interests after the mom dies. But it is about, I don't know, it's about the connections and the misconnections in family, the way we can fight and love and just go to war with each other, those that are closest to us. It is so expertly told, so well made. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's emotional. It's a really special piece of work. And Joachim is a filmmaker that a lot of people are tracking, but more so than ever thanks to Worst Person and this one. So check that out. We also have, by the way, Elle Fanning. We taped the same day as this Renate conversation, coming up on the podcast soon. And Elle is always an all-star here. She's a Patreon member, by the way, guys. Get with it. If Elle Fanning's a Patreon member, you should be. But yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy this conversation. Renate projects kind of like one thing on screen, but she's like, I don't know. I've gotten to know her a little bit in recent weeks and months, thanks to some film festivals and parties, and she's just silly and fun and cool, as you will see in this conversation. So I hope you enjoyed. I know you will. Check it out, and check out Sentimental Value if you haven't already. Put it on your list. This is me and Renate Reinsve. Should we do this, Renate? We're here.
Okay, let's do it.
We've been leading to this for a while. We've had the little Q&As, little party meetups.
Yeah,
but here we are. We're doing it.
Last party.
I was fine.
We don't remember anything. We talked about some stuff,
We did. We're not going to talk about
but
what
we
we talked
don't.
about.
No, but we don't remember what
I
it was.
remember enough.
I also remember the other stuff that you don't remember.
Did you run into? I didn't run into Kristen Stewart that night. She was at that party. I'm so
Yeah.
upset. I missed her. Did you meet Kristen
I
Stewart that
actually
night?
met her right before I met you, but you also don't remember all of it.
That's true. I could have reunited
Yeah.
with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
How many Twilight films have you seen, Renate? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, let's talk.
I have seen one.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a sister she was really, really into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone.
Okay. Are you bored of talking about yourself yet? You've been doing this a while. This is the bonus of having a movie that people love, is you get to just talk and talk and talk.
Well, I try not to talk too much about myself, but I love talking about the other actors.
Nope. I don't
the
care about them. Nope,
process.
just you today.
You're going deep in
No.
who I am.
Do you watch or listen to things like this, like podcasts? Like, do you learn from hearing other actors talk about
I do.
acting?
I love to listen to actors talk about their work,
Yeah.
but I don't like to articulate my own work because it's so chaotic.
Right.
And I feel that's a force that I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Well, I build a very thorough analysis, and then I go there and it's wild and free and raw in a way.
Right.
And then when I have to articulate it, I kind of have to put it into a system. So I don't like doing it myself, but I love when other actors do it.
What other actors have you gleaned something from? Can you think of some that you've really just enjoyed hearing, even if it's not your process that you're into? But
I think I had this period where I watched a lot of interviews by Saoirse Ronan, and she's just so wonderful as a person. So I had just to see what the person is like, and because in interviews, it's not that often you talk about the process itself, but
Right.
you also get a sense of who they are and what life they've lived and how that affected their work in a way.
Not to make this about me, but I'm going to tell you a story
Yes,
because I just spoke
please.
to Elle,
Yeah.
and this is a really fascinating story. She was on the podcast a couple years ago. I've known her since she was a child, of course, but she did the podcast, and then I chatted with Dan Trachtenberg, this guy who directed the Predator movie she was in, and he said that one of the reasons he cast her in Predator was our podcast, was watching who she was off camera and getting the vibe of the person. I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm just saying this goes in line with what, well, also there's that. So I said this now too. A lot's riding on this. Future employment. So be your most charming.
Okay, I'll try. This collar's
Getting tighter. What happened? We're taping this on the other end of the Thanksgiving holiday. You spent it here in the States.
Yeah.
Did you do up the whole American turkey, too many pies? What was your Thanksgiving?
We tried, but we were all European.
Oh.
So we had a duck.
Oh, that's close. That's in the
yeah,
family. It's game.
close enough.
Yeah.
And we had a really good gravy. It was a really good gravy, but we didn't overeat.
Well, that you didn't do it right.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
American.
think we did it right.
Yeah. You need to feel sick.
And we didn't watch football. We just talked.
Very European.
Yeah,
What was your perspective on America growing up? Did you come to the States much? Did you?
No, I just saw it through MTV.
Yeah.
I did.
So, what was your impression of?
It was really a lot of lights and glitter and beauty, and it was everyone was so on MTV delicious and
Obviously, you didn't see my work. Right.
No, and also because I of course have watched so many movies from Hollywood,
Sure.
and the changes it has made. It's been kind of what's the word? It's been, what's the word?
Give me the ballpark.
Homogenized,
homogenized,
it's made some changes. It's
smaller,
had an
yeah.
effect on the whole world.
Oh, of course, yeah.
In the movies, it's
yeah.
made, and so of course, and seeing all these really strong women, seeing Diane Keaton being really so weird.
Right.
It made it be okay to be weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the word is, flimsy, or is that a word?
It's a word, but it's not the right word.
Someone
Get
used
half a
that.
point.
Half a point.
I wish all American women, American men were more like Diane Keaton and Annie Hall. Like that's like that's the I would say kooky, quirky.
Quirky. That's the word I'm looking for.
In the best possible way.
Yeah,
We lost a unicorn in Diane Keaton.
I know. She was very inspiring.
You've talked a little bit about I've heard you talk about some of your influences or films and TV, et cetera, that made an impact on you.
Yeah.
I've heard you mention Diane Keaton. I've heard you mention David Lynch, I'm always happy to talk David Lynch, obsessed.
Yeah, me too, obsessed.
So it was Mulholland Drive, it was Twin Peaks, it was going down that rabbit hole that kind of awakened something.
Yeah. Also like Empire.
Inland Empire.
Yeah, Inland Empire.
Yeah.
Also like, just like how it affected me in a way I couldn't really understand. And when I started watching it, I didn't know how a movie could have an effect. Like what was the forces in structuring a movie to make someone feel something.
Right.
So I had no idea how I could feel that way by these images and the story in it. And yeah, it just spoke to something I didn't.
Did you have did Lord of the Rings make a similar impact, or was that more of a Viggo Mortensen crush? Was that like
I didn't have a crush on him. I had a crush on Frodo.
What? No one had a crush on Frodo.
But he
He's very sweet.
He's so sweet, and you know what? He had no. It wasn't possible for him actually to do it, but he did it anyway.
It's an inspiring.
He had no talent, and he did it anyway.
Wow.
Well, he in the end it turned out all his talents was the right ones.
There it is.
But I think that was what got to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the movies or the books that you?
I read the books first, but I think when I saw Lord of the Rings, it was actually just the craft of it. Like it was so well made, and it was just such a big world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you like to be an elf, an orc, a dwarf? What do you want to be? I'm gonna make this happen for you.
That's a ranger. I would be a ranger.
Okay, so you are kind of a
I'm
Viggo.
in love with Frodo.
Wait a second.
I'm a ranger.
Maybe kid Renata was in love with Frodo, but adult Renata gets the Viggo thing?
Yeah,
Aragorn?
I rewatched it not long ago.
I don't know why I'm pushing you to this, but
no, but it's true. Yeah. It's true. You're absolutely right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also, have you met Viggo?
I haven't, but he...
Class act in every way.
Every way.
Right?
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Okay, let's talk a little bit.
I don't know.
Let's talk a little bit about this amazing movie and this run that you guys have been on. It's been a long run since Cannes.
Yeah.
Does this feel like a totally different experience then? Like you had a bit of this with Worst Person, obviously, but it's a bit different in that like the focal point then was you and Joachiem, and part of the joy of this is you kind of get to share it with a bigger group.
It's really, it's been so nice. And I feel it's so rare you get to travel with a lot of people and we all really love each other.
Yeah.
And also like because everyone has like these teams of makeup and hair and reps and they're all really lovely people. Yeah. So it's been great. Yeah.
Are you a fan of this movie? You like this movie, I take it.
Sentimental Value? Yeah, I love it.
Separate yourself from it. This is like, not only are you in a movie that you enjoyed the process of, like this is the kind of movie I have a feeling if you weren't in, you would love.
Yes, I would. I'm very proud to be a part of it because I would love it. It's also all like a movie that tries to talk about something dramatic and existential in a really subtle way and kind of finds its way into your heart in a really slow way you don't really understand how it got there. Right. I feel that's the power of Joachiem's movies.
Yeah.
And
the last time we did a Q&A, I did almost make you cry.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't me. It's more about the subject
I
matter
remember
of the
what
film.
you said, I think.
What did I say?
You said it's a movie about both how we connect to our family, but also the disconnections. I was a little fragile that day.
Well, I thought about this movie. We just had Thanksgiving. I really did think about this movie a lot with my family as I'm both connecting and arguing with them, and I had some arguments.
Really?
Yes. And we talked about this at one of our Q&As. Like one of the things that really resonates with me, and I think with a lot of people, is like the closeness of family members, the similarities that we share with some family members that lead to the most pain and strife. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it really does. It's incredible how you can know someone so well and be so similar, and then you cannot communicate, or you get into some kind of conflict that you don't really know what it is, but it's just there.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to resolve it. It's, yeah.
By the nature of this process, as I've come to understand it, hearing you guys and Joachiem talk about it, it is fascinating in that you all really do bring a lot of yourselves to the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Is that, I mean, that's exposing, but it's also invigorating, I guess. I mean, you know the process by now, having worked with them a couple times, but I don't know, what is that like for you as a human being and an actor to kind of like lay yourself bare in a rehearsal room?
I feel I get so much from Joachim because the way he dives into these themes of, family, connection, love, loneliness, shame. I feel that he never judges anyone in his script or his actors or anyone on set. So you're allowed to be all of it. And I think you slowly start to talk about the complexities of those themes, and then it just really fills you from the inside, like the perspectives that we find together. Right. And it's a real conversation with everyone. And then when we get on set, you're charged with all of those things that you learned or you accepted in that process of rehearsing. So it's really amazing. And then it feels like you are sharing something with the whole crew when you're there on set. So you don't feel like, I don't feel it's me doing my part, that I have to be perfect or do anything a specific way. It's just finding it together, the whole room right there. So it's I never experienced it on any other movies like that.
So if you were going to another producer or director and saying, like, take a little bit of this from Joachiem, here's some friendly, free advice. Like, what would you like to bleed into other experiences that Joachiem does that you found that other filmmakers aren't doing? Like, is there a practical, specific thing that he has employed that a lot of other people might want to think about?
I do. Well, yes, that would be great, but I also really love going into the direction that the director wants to go, like his vision.
Right.
So, and it's so personal to a director how they make the whole set work, how they relate to the people around. So you can't really learn that, and it's so much strength in what Joachim does, but it's also great to have different experiences. And but I understand your questions and or your question, and I think it's just to really, I don't know what Joachim does. He's gone through these themes in a really humble way and accepted so many things that are so chaotic in a human being. And I think his perspective and his kind of how he leans into that is affecting the whole atmosphere, and we all fall into that.
Well, he's also, from what I gather, and this should be like just everybody should do this, be connected to your filmmaker and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard all the stories of like, and you've probably had experiences where there's a director that's 20 yards away in Video Village.
Yeah.
And how can you possibly have any kind of human connection?
Yeah.
The shot might look great. Everything might look great.
Yeah, but you don't get, I also think you can have a shot that looks really beautiful and you can have some kind of emotion erupt, but if you don't have that layer of collectiveness and that you actually feel that it's happening on set and you're exploring something together, I don't think it translates the same way.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the audience the same way. It looks beautiful.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
It's not going to have much of a shelf life. It's not going to last, or really.
Yeah.
Okay, since we have the luxury of time, we're going to do a little bit of a background.
Okay.
You ready? This is where you start crying. No. Is Renate a common name where you come from? Is it like...
For grandmothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you named after anybody?
My mom thought this girl in Denmark was really cool, so she named me Renate.
Do you feel like a Renate?
I never did, but I'm starting to feel more like it now. Maybe because I'm becoming older. And it's
your grandmother years, very soon.
Yeah. I think in Germany it's more normal, in Denmark, but Norway, no.
Give me the top 2 or 3 worst pronunciations you've ever heard of your full name. The ones that like, you must have had some doozies.
Renate.
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 Well, they're kind of like, it's always the same, like Renate. Renata.
And then there's the last name. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's been completely.
Okay, so Renate Reinsve.
Yeah.
That's not,
Reinsve.
Yeah, but that's the correct. Yeah, I know
It
that.
is, yeah. But almost no one in Norway. It's just my little family called, because my grandfather had to change his name because there was a thief in his village that had the same name as him, so he had to change it. And then the government just sent him a couple of names, and he was like, I'll take that one, Reinsve. It's very unromantic.
No, I think it's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Wait, I have a photo I want to show you. So you posted this a couple years ago on your Instagram. Is this an accurate representation of who Renate was as a child?
Yeah, that's very accurate.
What does that say? What is that? Tell me about that young woman.
So I remember my first memory is I was sitting in a stroller, and someone was talking to me in this baby language, and I thought, like, why are you talking to me like that? Just talk to me like a normal person.
Right, not an idiot. I'm a child, not an idiot.
And then I remember maybe around that age, when I was like 9, something, I was like in class, and I remember the moment I sat there with all these chairs and tables and all these kids, and I was like, this is gonna ruin my creativity.
This whole apparatus is it's stifling me. It's not doing what it's supposed to do.
This is gonna break me. Sitting still like this for 10 more years.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It is absurd. It really is.
How do you want to remake the system? What do you want to...
You know, I heard about the school that really takes your interest into accountability when they kind of make your way through school.
Right.
And that was my last year, like in high school, and I started crying. Because that's kind of, I think, would be perfect.
An individualized kind of like following, because everybody's different. You can't do a cookie cutter.
Right, and if you're interested in nature, you can go out in nature. If you are interested in butterflies, you can go and learn a lot about butterflies.
To listen to you talk about your childhood, your teenage years, there is a narrative that you've constructed, or it's real, that you were kicked out of everything.
Yes.
So let's, in brief, this is just a small sampling. Renate was kicked out of Girl Scouts.
Yes.
Her home.
Yes.
School.
Yes.
That's just...
And my family business.
And
my family's business.
Okay.
And then my first jobs, after I came home I ran away to Scotland for a year.
Right.
And then when I came back, I tried to work as other things than acting, and I was asked to leave.
Okay, so let's backtrack for a second. Okay, so what was the most traumatizing of that quartet or quintet of being tossed out?
Well, I don't know, like in hindsight, it's not traumatic because it's empowered me in some ways.
Right.
And if I had stayed in Girl Scouts, I wouldn't have come where I am now.
Sure.
So it is, but I think, well, maybe like being asked to, like, it's time for you to move out a little early, that is probably that was the hardest one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know how to take care of myself.
Right.
And that ended also up in me because I had to work to make my own money.
Yeah.
And then I didn't show up at school because I was when you're a teenager, you have to sleep so much. You're so tired all the time.
I know. It's true.
So I didn't come to school. I came to all the like drama classes because I loved that, but all the other classes I didn't care about, so I never showed up.
And part of it, you kind of alluded to this. I'm not going to pry, but like you've kind of alluded that like family like wasn't like the most stable, great thing growing up. So part of it sounds like who you were, and part of it also was what home life was that you needed to get out.
Yeah, it was. And it's not that it isn't anything specific, and it's a lot of angles to what that was, you know? But for me, it felt like a chaotic, hard place.
Right.
So it was like kind of, but it felt like I was going out and rebuilding myself after.
We all move at different paces. Like this might shock you.
Yeah.
I was kicked out of my school, my high school.
Were you?
I was. So okay.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. We made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all sorting through shit, and we're all working at our own pace.
Yeah.
And on your track, I don't know, was there a period where you felt, it sounds like it was connected to acting, where you kind of felt like, I found my tribe, this feels solid, this feels something that, or I feel safe and happy in.
Yeah, and also also from when I was 9, I was very, I don't know if anyone told me, but I was very, I love just creating a backstory to like charge how I would come onto stage. So my first role was a little fox, and I came onto the stage and like thinking about where I just were and like how I would be to this woman fox and like have tried to make some layers to my presence on, but I didn't like being in front of audience. That wasn't my, I was very, very shy, and I didn't, I was.
So how did that transition work? Because most of your early career was on stage in front of an audience, so.
But I loved the rehearsal and building a character and building the story within the, like with other people, but then being on stage in front of an audience. The thing that I liked was that how different every performance would be, changing to who was in the audience.
Right, that energy in the room.
It's like it becomes a unity when it's, so that was nice.
Did you, I mean, because for some actors, they're shutting out the audience, but I guess that's almost denying something, an advantage. Like, you want to connect in a way without getting lost.
Yeah, it's like this weird kind of balancing, because you don't want to show off anything.
Yeah,
and
you don't want to wait for the laugh, like, hey, like mug for them.
No, and you want to leave space for the audience, and then they have to kind of, you have to kind of feel what they're into that night.
Right.
Or, so it's like you're kind of working together with them in a way.
So what ages are we talking about when you're like doing heavily into theater, and where are you? Is this in Oslo? Is this?
This is like a city outside the little village that I grew up in. Yeah, and so I drove there. My grandmother drove me there a lot, and
what age are we talking
like
about?
I started when I was 9. That was after Girl Scouts.
Okay.
Kick out. Or they recommended me starting theater.
It was
actually.
a mutual.
Yeah.
Decision.
I was like, okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the Fox at 9, is it continual acting from then until now? Like, are you?
So when I really just had so much fun, and I loved that process so much. So when I was 14, someone, after a performance, someone came with a card, or they gave me a card that someone had given to the reception in the theater. And they said, you should apply to theater school. And then I got the idea I could actually do this. And that someone thought that I was good.
Which is key.
Yeah.
Actors need a space and someone to actually let you do your thing.
Yes.
So when, at what age, like, are there no side jobs? Are there no other options where it's like, I can say with confidence, I'm an actor. I'm a fully employed actor.
Well, I think that was after theater school.
Right.
So I was in that group in that little city for a while. Me and my friend directed a couple of things, and we played in some things. When we got paid for that. So, but it was still like for kids. We were still like 17, 18, something. Yeah. And then after I finished school, then I got employed in a theater. Okay. And I was employed before I finished school, so then I had to like travel back and forth to a city.
Got it.
Yeah.
And is there any ambition or interest at that point of like film, TV, America, Hollywood? Like what are your ambitions in your early 20s? So
I really, really wanted to go into film. And at that point, I didn't want to kind of, well, it's weird, but I had this idea that I would get really good at what I did and not go into anything like be an it girl or be in a magazine or have like fancy clothes or do any kind of like when you try to get to know people to find your, what is it called? Like your network.
Yes, yes.
I just wanted to like
do it on your own merits without having to do that.
And now I know they belong together. Like
it's part of the thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I tried to like stay away to just like become the best I could.
Yeah.
But then I also didn't.
There are consequences to that. Wait, there's a reason why people are networking. You can be very talented.
Yeah. And I still believe you don't fully need to do it, but
do it
they
on your own
belong
terms,
together
make
in a
your-
way.
yeah. So then jumping way ahead, like,
Yeah.
so Worst Person obviously changes everything.
Yeah.
And you'd been doing it a while then. Like, again, you've been doing theater for a while. You're not 20 years old. You're a woman that's like
Yeah.
been doing it.
Yeah.
How much of like a mind fuck in a good and bad way is that? Because again, like you didn't ever go through that period of kind of like 22-year-old it girl. You kind of just like
Yeah.
fully realized, like we all were like, who is this woman? Where did she come from?
Yeah, it was a shock.
Yeah. Like, did you think that was ever going to happen at that point? Like,
No, never. And
Yeah.
I thought when I was on the red carpet for our movie in Cannes, the premiere,
Yeah.
I thought this is my first and last time on a red carpet. So I did a little twirl, and
Took it
then
in.
I was like, this is, I have nothing to lose.
Right.
Because it's, and then it started becoming more and more and more. But it's kind of this weird thing where you don't really notice that it's happening, and you know it's gonna go away at some point.
Sure.
Or that's what I always thought, but now here I am like 5 years later, and it's
Not going away.
No, and that's
Sorry.
great. Yeah, that's great. But I really thought that in the beginning, so I was just like taking it in and really appreciating everything that happened.
Yeah.
I also felt that with the character Julie, it was the first time, because in theater you build a character and you go on stage and you have to project a lot more,
Right.
make it to the back row.
Yes.
And here I was asked to be a lot more open and kind of raw in what would just occur in the moment.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned a new way of acting also through Joachiem
Right.
that I really loved, but it was very scary and I felt very exposed.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
But to have that meeting with the audience that felt so seen and felt so with that character, it was such a great feeling.
Yeah. Such a high. And then I'm fascinated by those pivot points in someone's career, because that's a pivot point, and then
Yeah.
suddenly there are opportunities that you probably never even imagined you'd have.
Yeah.
When you look back at kind of the couple years after that and the opportunities that came, I don't know, was there a distinct plan? Was there a distinct idea of like the kind of things that I could or should do?
Well, I just knew that I wanted to do things where I felt some kind of, I don't know, you know that feeling when you know something is right.
Yeah.
So I never saw it from the outside. I was like, maybe this was it, and that's okay.
Right.
And then I had some scripts that I didn't feel was, didn't give me that feeling.
Yeah.
And then Different Man came, and then I was like, oh, this is Charlie Kaufman. This is like something, and it just moved me. That the whole theme of like, what is beauty, and like who runs this world in a way. So that was the first thing I did after Worst Person.
I love that movie, and that was a passion project. I spoke to Sebastian about it last year, and Sebastian's a gem, as you know. You've worked with him since.
Yeah.
So, how did you connect with Sebastian? Because this is a guy that's a good example of someone that's had the different kind of a career, right? Like he's like walked the Marvel path and has used that collateral to get things like A Different Man made and The Apprentice, etc.
Right.
I don't know. Just what struck you about working with him? Why have you guys vibed, do you think, or how have you guys vibed?
I was so scared. It was my first time speaking English in any role, and he was just very, very warm and helpful and took me in. So I felt safe, him really like being there for me, being new in the American movies. Yeah. And also Adam Pearson was also very supportive, and we were both a little bit scared.
Yeah.
So we were like all huddling together, and it felt like a really small indie movie. So it was a warm atmosphere on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shot that here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
And you've since shot another film with Sebastian.
We shot Fjord this spring. It's not out yet.
Right.
It's in the edit.
Right.
And that was so nice because that was a really, really difficult movie to do. everything's it's in total. What do you say that in like everything is in
Like one shot, like individual shots, or no? Or,
far away.
Oh.
So Christian Manju, he is an amazing filmmaker.
Yeah.
And he wants to take away as much manipulation as he can from movies.
Yeah.
So no music, you're not leading with any emotion. And he also films far away to get a perspective from but the poetry in his movies is kind of the mise en scène, like how the actors
Staging
moves.
and yeah.
But it was so hard, and we were so happy to have each other.
Yeah.
He's so nice. He's such a nice person, and it's important to have those people around.
Did he try to sell you on Marvel? Did that ever come up in casual conversation? Because it sounds like from all the conversations I've heard you have, you're just not that person, which is totally fine.
Yeah, but I don't have anything against it, and I respect that, but I don't think I could do it.
So if we're talking in 5 years and you're like, by the way, Josh, I've got Captain Marvel 3 coming out. Will something have gone terribly wrong, or have you sold out? What happened?
It can't happen.
It can't happen. It won't
No,
happen.
it won't happen. I remember, it has come up in casual conversation. I just don't. I don't think
You
I
know
could
yourself
hold it.
enough that that's not you,
No.
right? I don't
And
wanna
I'm
put words
so
in
in
your mouth,
love with indie movies.
Yes.
And you only have this much time.
Yeah.
So I've been so lucky to work with so many amazing directors.
But have you found yourself like in meetings with studios or filmmakers like in the wake of this where you're like, how did I get here? Like I'm wasting their time. Like I don't want to, I'm not the person for this.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And I was put in some meetings like right after Worst Person, and I said, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Because I feel that the way I come into a project is if a director has seen me do this role or they want me in it, that it's part of their vision, then you feel like it's kind of organic.
Right.
Or you meet someone and you feel, we have kind of the same themes we want to talk about and explore, and then you find something together from that.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, you've been spoiled by the Joachiem Trier experience, and I get it.
Yeah, so spoiled. Yeah.
I was talking to Elle. I mean, part of the joys about this process, like these months of like award shows and all the fun silliness, is like you do interact with these other amazing people. Like these could lead to other conversations. Like you're in a room with Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suddenly...
And also, but I think I don't like using it, and I don't think directors also like when you use it for that. I think everyone's just, okay, we're in the same place. It's a little overwhelming. We're trying to promote movies, and we are very proud, but sometimes it happens, but it needs to be kind of organic.
I do think, I'm thinking now when I mentioned Chloe, I think she cast Hamnet because she met Jesse and Paul at a previous Telluride.
Oh,
so
really?
these things can have that trickle down thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever broken bread with Chalamet since you name checked him as an inspiration for your Worst Person
Never
role?
met him.
No. That's true, right? Like his Elio did inspire you a little bit?
I felt it was so light and kind of like emotional in a same, I wanted it to feel light but go deep as well, and I saw that in that character. Kind of that and Diane Keaton, a little bit, a mix of that. Not that it's like anything very specific, but it was just like a feeling to it.
Which Chalamet character inspired Nora? Is there some Bob Dylan in there? Is there?
That would be funny.
Okay, so coming up, are you going to be working with Alexander Payne?
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I haven't met him yet. We're going to meet in Norway in December.
You're going to like
very
him.
excited. Yeah,
Very
everyone
smart
says
guy.
he's the best guy.
Nebraska, like he's a Nebraska boy.
Yeah.
He's, and you're shooting that you're going to shoot that at home, like in Norway?
In Denmark, so very close.
Okay. Yeah. So wait, you haven't even met him. Has this just been like conversations over Zoom? And have you read a script? I assume you have.
Not even Zoom, like email.
Oh my gosh, old school, like handwritten letters.
Yeah.
But there's a script. There's like, can you say anything about?
Yeah,
the kind of thing?
I read the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very moving, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
very him. I feel very him.
I won't say the genre of film that you said you're probably never going to be in before the cameras rolled, but like, what kind of? I don't know why I said that. I don't want to ruin your opportunities. But are there? I mean, is there a specific kind of experience you're looking for that you haven't had yet? I mean, you alluded to that kind of connection, that collaborative give and take with Joachiem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is there? I don't know. What are you lacking for right now that you're
I
thirsting
feel
for?
like if for the characters, I've been so lucky. I've done so many things. I don't feel I'm lacking anything. But I of course to kind of work in the same way, where I can find something with a director and really, I love just going into someone's world and try to like complement or kind of contrast, or that's kind of what I love to do. But I'm also very curious about the editing process. So I'm trying to let someone let me into the editing process.
That's a dangerous
It
press
is
to walk
but
in.
so you have to like put all your ego aside and be prepared to like look bad.
Right.
But I think it would be really interesting. I think I would learn a lot
Yeah.
to kind of like how to give different versions of a scene,
Right.
how they could use it, kind of, because I think if you can create a real moment, a director or like Joachim, he will always find a way to use it in the edit. So to build around that real moment, like like in Sentimental Value, that moment between the sisters, it was a really real moment that happened, and the whole room kind of improvised together. And then that scene was so important, and then kind of structures those scenes around that. I don't know how much I would get out of it other than being really curious about that process.
You might be a changed person.
Maybe.
Hopefully for the better.
Hopefully.
Are you at all interested in going back to the stage, whether it's back home or here in the States?
Well,
right
now I'm so in love with movies, and I'm like going that direction, but I think I will go back to the stage at some point, but in a while, I think.
Right now, the opportunities are good. I get it. Okay, so your first time on the podcast, we end every Happy Second Fuse with the profoundly random questions. Renate, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Cats.
This is great. I'm happy, but it's we're in a dog world. You're living in a dog world, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Do you own any cats?
Yeah. My son just got a kitten, an orange one.
An orange kitten. Is it Garfield? What's the name? What's the?
It's Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Very
Either
mature.
like a Pokemon name or Samuel.
Those are the two
I was like,
options at this point.
let's do Samuel.
What do you collect?
What do I collect? I actually like to like bring like if I've been on a vacation, like a little stone or like something to remember it by.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite video game of all time? Did you ever play video games as a kid?
I have, but I don't remember what it was called. It's I love the narrative, like indie games.
Okay.
But I haven't played a lot, but that's kind of what
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be in the new Minecraft movie. I can't wait to see you in that. Minecraft 4. What's the wallpaper on your phone?
My son.
The last actor you were mistaken for?
Elle, actually.
Really?
Someone handed me like a poster to sign. I'm like,
Close-ish, but no. What's the worst note a director has ever given you?
I think like do it better.
Yeah,
Like
that's not your
no.
It makes you want to do it worse.
There was one director in theater, and he liked to have control, and he would like deliberately call me Rebecca through the whole thing.
Was that your
Rebecca.
character name?
No.
That makes sense.
It was. I just had to laugh. It's
Yeah.
like so obvious.
What a lame power move.
Yeah, it is. I don't like those power moves.
All right, Rebecca.
Okay. Rebecca, move.
If you just laugh, that kind of can ruin the power right there.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Happy Second Fuse, an actor who always makes you happy, you see them on screen, you're immediately in a better mood.
Jessie Buckley. She's so good.
She's the real deal.
Yeah.
Movie that makes you sad.
A movie that makes me sad. Well, now I'm thinking about Hamlet because I just said Jesse Buckley, and that made me really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it didn't, you would not be a human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And finally, a food that makes you confused.
Well, Norwegian food is actually listed like the worst food in the world.
Oh, no, I'm
but
sorry. But you defend it, don't you?
I like it.
Make the
but
case.
it's just because I'm used to it.
What's a delicacy that isn't appreciated here that I should try?
So because of the cold from old times, everything needed to be preserved really well with a lot of salt. So we have like really, really salty meat and some potatoes.
Sure.
That's it.
Salty meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Delicious. Are there any disgusting American delicacies you've discovered recently?
Well, I walked past this like corn dog thing. I didn't taste it, but it didn't. I heard about it. Do you like it?
No.
Okay.
No. Some
What
people
is
do.
it?
It's like a hot dog with like a corn meal coating. We like to deep fry things. Have you done like the theme parks? Have you ever been to like a Disneyland, a Disney World?
I went to Universal.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was very rainy that day. So we were like running from place to place. But no, it was fun. It's massive.
It's a lot.
Like there is no place like that in Norway.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for the Sentimental Value theme park ride. What would that be?
That would be that would be so complex. That would be like here is the father.
Right.
Here is you're playing the daughter.
Yeah.
And this is the ride, and you
go
love
through the
him,
house,
but you also like
Right.
you have resentment.
Yeah.
But only these things.
It's a very heady ride.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of Stellan Skarsgård popping out.
Yeah.
Gustav Borg. Congratulations on the film. You know I adore this film. Your performance is fantastic. I'm so happy
you.
this film exists because I've gotten to know you the last few months and I really enjoyed it. And I'm sure I'll see you in like 6 hours at the next thing.
Oh yeah.
I know
Are you
I will.
going to
I'll be at the Gothams
Gotham
too,
Awards?
so I'm
Okay.
sorry in advance.
No, I'll see you there.
We did it though. You've been podcasted. How did it feel?
Great.
Did it?
Did I do okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be back.
Great.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And so ends another edition of Happy, Sad, Confused. Remember to review, rate, and subscribe to this show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm a big podcast person. I'm Daisy Ridley, and I definitely wasn't pushed to do this by Josh.